Shalom to the elect, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, and giving double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the 144,000, the elect, with the rest of the remnant of the elect, 1/3, whom are believers in the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Alright, and then in the name of the Holy Spirit. Of course, giving a shalom to the Israelite foreigners like unto the speckled bird that look like the heathen nations where they've been scattered to, but lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the spirit that bear witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. Shalom. Shemai Mappan is a mappa for the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. It's coming with something in the spirit. Got it here off of Man Out News. This is Joker from Better Bachelor. He got his own news channel, and it seemed like he hitting some good topics. This topic is men retreat from society. The army is desperate for men they can't stand. Let's play this right here. Fair use warning. Of course, I do not own any of this footage. This is for educational purposes only.
People that are overweight, not just a little overweight, because on the BB channel, and it's getting worse. You know, first they came out and they said, we're going to take the fatties. We're going to take people that are overweight, not just a little overweight. Because when I was in, you know, they did the military. Let me read the headline. U.S. Army has chased away all the male recruits. So when I was in, back in the early 90s.
We already talking about the low standards. All right, the low criteria, you know, to be able to enter into U.S. Armed Forces. All right, Army.
90s. Yeah, there were a couple guys that were overweight. But when I mean overweight, like they were 20 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight. And those guys were put on meal rationing. They were put on extra exercise to burn it off. And if they couldn't burn it off, they were ejected out of the military. They were kicked out. But over the years, they said, okay, we're going to accept people with a higher BMI and more. And the BMI just kept going up and up and up. And then the strength tests went down, down, down. So it's easy. You have to be, you can be weaker and weaker. And then the intelligence tests fell off. Then instead of being a high school graduate, it was GED or equivalent. And then they're like, forget it, don't even worry about that. So basically, they've basically gotten to the point of, can you breathe and walk to the recruitment center? If so, we will take you into the military.
That's absolute, that's absolutely laughable and pathetic as well. Absolutely pathetic. Because, you know, it's not even like they're trying to act for somebody who have some type of basic education or some basic physical ability. They've diminished all of that, and they just want somebody pretty much just to be in there, to fill up these numbers. Okay? And, you know, your armed forces should be the mighty men. Okay? We got the Chronicles. Now, for us as Israelites, you had our numbers. Here, this is Numbers chapter 1 and 1. It says, Yahweh spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the numbers of their names, every male by their posts. Alright, this is the census of Israel's warriors. Okay. And it says, from 20 years old up and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel. Alright. Thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. And with you are and with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one heed of the house of his fathers. Okay, so you got a man of every tribe of the tribes of Israel, every one head of the house of his fathers. Okay, and these are the names of all the military that shall stand with you of the tribe of Reuben, and it has Elizur, the son of Shedor, and the names, of different tribes, different heads. Okay, and it said these were the renown of the congregations, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel. Okay, remember, they had to have ability, alright, able, okay, that are able to go to war. Not everybody's able to go to war, alright. Able is yatazah. Yatazah means to go forward, okay, with a purpose or for a result. Yeah, it's not just you go to war just to be in the war. You go in there to win, okay, to protect, okay, towards something, purpose or result, okay, to deliver. And they have ability, okay. You have certain tribes that have ability. And such. But we're going to get back into this real quick.
They've dropped things off by that much, and they're still short of recruiting. They're still short of recruiting. Now, I'm going to read a story, but before I read that story, I want you to see this recruitment video. This is not a joke.
Do you see Keisha? They got Keisha? Keisha with the pressed, like the baby edges, as they call it.
This is not a joke. Let me
And ain't no women should be going to war.
repeat that, because you're going to think this is a joke.
Except men, as you've seen in there.
This is not a joke. My dudes.
Princess.
Now, if you've been in the military before, you understand everything that's wrong with this photo. Number one, the women have makeup and fake lashes on. Does that sound like basic training to you? This woman here has her hair done in little spirals glued.
You don't even know what the Joker don't even know what it is. They don't even know what it is.
To her forehead. Does that sound right to you? This one's wearing a civilian watch. Does that sound right to you? Anyway, you see, she's holding a pink drink mug. She's holding a pink drink mug. She's wearing an Under Armour t-shirt with an Under Armour logo. They're wearing, now granted, they still got the black socks on, whatever that means. They've all got various types of sneakers. None of this is basic training. When I went to basic training, you were stripped down to nothing. And you got government issued underwear and government issued shirts and on government issued BDUs and government issued glasses and government issued everything. So you can understand why I'm confused looking at this whole thing. Now, once I push play on this, I'm not trying to be dramatic. Once I push play on this, you will 100% understand why there are no more corn-fed, country boy, masculine men in the military. 3, 2, 1.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
No. You gotta do it like this.
Oh.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. Like that.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Oh.
Nah, man. yo. Joker over here, which Joker could be Israelite, I'm not sure. Sometimes he reminds me of an Edomite. But the Joker face is, even his nose is turned up.
Okay. 2 snaps and a side bend, ladies.
What's this? This like cheerleading? Yo.
That's your recruiter or your trainer with a Coca-Cola styrofoam cup in his hands. Yes. And the chat is blowing up with everybody being like, what the...
Hello there.
Jazz hands, welcome to the U.S. Army, everybody. Now, everybody get your drink cups. We're going to do some Pilates, and then we're going to get our nails done, and then we're going to talk about why white male toxicity is a threat to the United States Army. Come on, boys. Do you see why I'm saying there's no more corn-fed, middle America
Hogball
dudes? Do you understand? Yes, I'm good at offensive because I watch this crap. It is not hard to make fun of somebody. Hey, gay boys. Do you understand why I keep saying if we get into a conflict, we're in deep, deep trouble? I'm going to play this one more time, then I'm going to read the article.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
No. You gotta do it like this. Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. Like that.
Yo, this boy is so it's crazy because the boy probably a Jake. It's like foreigner, with all that super duper flamboyant energy. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh man, this is crazy, man. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon. And the Lord got a lot of terrible things in store for Babylon. Nuclear missiles hitting this, place. The warheads, their destructive power, and fire on the mother cup, the chariots. Lord got invasion of this place, foreign troops, foreign soldiers. There's a lot of terrible things. Like, just imagine the army you trust in being exactly that. Okay, everything minus what is a yush going into being a man or a man. It says to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. So Babylon, America, is going to be a desolation without an inhabitant. Okay, so it can't come back either. Okay. It says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Dang, that's crazy. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Cease. Chadal. Cease or leave undone. You know, you got guys don't even want to enter the military no more. Okay? Like, man, like you should have it, you know, I know older Jake that been in this truth. They know about different generations that when they had the army recruitments, or when they was about to get ready to graduate high school or whatever, or in school, they was ready to serve the country. Not to tell you that, you know, that's a smart thing to do, you know. Esau, you know, fighting for Esau isn't wise at all. You know, and those people gonna get the Sharat, which is the MOTB, all right, the implantable, and they control every aspect of your life. But yeah, you remember young men were hyped to go to war, okay, to go to battle. Even I could say even myself. You know, like I said, if it wasn't for my mom intervening with recruiters, you know, calling her, and me picking up the phone, them asking for me, and her intervening, saying, who am I actually talking to? And it was a recruiter. You know, most likely I would have been in the U.S. military. Okay? And, you know. Like, you got, I have people, my whole class, they were, said, guy, he's 17 shooting. He said he was already shooting 40 cows or whatever, 50 cows or whatever. You know, I'm not into all the military terms, but, you know, some heavy artillery. Okay? Like, I've had guys that, you know, I went to high school with. You know, they was already in JRTC, you know, and they shipped them straight out, man. They was already, you know, soon, you know, getting to the Army already. And they already, you know, before a certain time, they was already, before 25, they was already back and stuff, got different little injuries and stuff like that, got out and stuff. I've known a lot of people that went into the different military service, men and women. Now the women, they, like I said, it's wars for men. All right. It says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Yo, it said. They have become as women. The men have become as women, man. And you can clearly see with that particular individual in this.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Who's that for? Who is that for?
Who's that for? This man crazy. Like, who is this gonna rile up to go into there? What do you think men, when they see girls like this hanging around, what do you think they gonna do, or what would they be doing with these type of things? Okay? I'll leave that to you.
Question. If this is for recruiting,
Soundbite.
If this is for recruiting, fail. What was important is that we all had the same goal. We were all support America, American pride, military pride, be tough. They broke you down.
Yep.
We were brothers when it came to that. So it had nothing to do with like where you were from in the country or your skin color, or none of the rest of that. That really, really didn't matter. I don't know what
Skin color, that's what he's saying, but
this is, but this is the most ridiculous crap because this dude he's got a soda cup. Like, what kind of training is this?
Look at how fly he's doing that
who's
job.
this
Like, he's
video
crazy.
Who's this video for? It's so stupid. This is from the military news, military.com. The Army's recruiting problem is male. The issue is convincing men to put on the uniform. A decade of declining recruitment numbers for the Army is almost entirely attributable to a significant drop in male recruiting, as female enlistments have remained relatively flat, internal service data reviewed by military.com shows. Since 2013, male enlistments have dropped 35%, going from 58,000 men enlisting in 2013 to 37 in 2023. Yeah, but here's the problem with that. These are the dudes you're recruiting right now. Hello. My name's Percival. I'll be your trainer. If that's the dude you're getting, you're in trouble. The start numbers paint a clear picture of a significant source of the military's recruiting struggles, with the Army making up the lion's share of the entire force and thus needing the greatest volume of new enlistments every year. Those shortfalls have contributed to the service overworking its force, something senior leadership has conceded is a significant problem. Here's the problem with overworking your force when you're military. There is no overtime. There is no extra pay. If you just end up working your military dudes and overworking them and overworking the force, do you know what you get? A lot of really mad military people that don't want to do it anymore. And morale plummets. And they tell all their friends it sucks. And because if you asked me, when I signed up for the military and when I was going through training and I just got out of the basic training and stuff as I was heading off to my tech school, which was law enforcement, if you asked me, hey, should I sign up for the military? I'd say, you know what, if you don't know if you want to go to college yet, or you don't know what you want to do, but you want to maybe get some free training and learn to toughen up a little bit and serve your country and you know, support your country, yeah.
Yeah, so it's about being tough. Now, let's even define what tough is. Alright, I think of being hard. Alright, being able to, withstand things. Tough. Strong, firm, and texture. Right, like you got some dudes like feel like a rock, you know? Bones like feel like a rock. You know? A muscle feeling like a rock. They got even like also in reference battle or contestant stiff, severe, and violent. They got not tender or fragile, capable of a great physical endurance, not easily overcome. Alright? Difficult to chew or hard to endure. That's right. That's what it is. And well, what we seen with the particular individual they showed on that kind of what I guess this a promo. He was lacking faith or effeminate. Okay. Which was womanish. Okay. That's what that was. X, which is out. And then you have femina, which is woman, female. She who suckles or sucks. Effeminate person. Characteristics, woman like characteristics. Alright, we know women are like soft and, you know, they're supposed to be soft and, you know, fragile and all of those things. Okay. Men are supposed to be tough. Okay, rough. Alright. Also, when I'm gonna get this other scripture, and then we'll soon close out. I found that scripture. It's in First Chronicles. The 5th chapter. You got certain tribes that's like warrior tribes too. Verse 18. And it says, and the sons of Reuben, and the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh. You got Reuben, Rabban. That'd be your Seminole Indians. And the Gadites is North American Indians, and the half tribe of Manasseh, that's your Cubans. Alright. Of valiant men. Okay, look up the valiant, like having valor, brave, I would assume. Khayal, going into having ability. Alright. Force. You could train power. Or you got a lot of great boxers that are Manasseh. Yeah. Men able to bear buckler and sword. And to shoot with bow. And skillful in war. Combat, man. Alright? Shoot. He got the protector skill with the buckler. He got the sword. He can, of course, swing that. Alright? And it says, were 440,000, even, it says 44,703 score went out to war. Okay? But these are some characteristics of some true mighty men, because of Israel, our forefathers. Okay?
I'd say go for it. 15 hot minutes after I got out of the military, if somebody came to me and said, hey, would you suggest I go into the military? I said, nope. There's no overtime. If you get a sunburn so bad you couldn't work, they could write you up, and they will literally cite damage to government property. Now, is that actually what they charged you with? Probably not. And they probably still make you work with a sunburn, whether you screamed about it or not. But there are stories of people getting in a lot of trouble for something that would normally you just take a day off of work. That's not allowed. Now you're probably fine. Now they probably send you off to like a Airbnb for a weekend to recover and have some mimosas or something or other. They say the Army came up 10,000 soldiers short of its goal, bringing in 65,000 new active duty troops last year. In 2022, it missed a goal of 60,000 by 15,000. These shortfalls were consistent with a decline in recruiting among men. This year, the service reduced its goal, seeking 55,000 new recruits. So you missed it by 10, and then you missed it by 15. So you're short of 25,000 units the previous 2 years. And then you come in and you say, well, we're just reduce our goal. And you come short of that. That means that in just a couple of years, you're short almost 50,000 troops. You're short 50,000 troops in just a couple of years. And then you got all the guys that bounced because of the jab. There were a ton of guys that either took early retirement or bounced out or quit or were let go from the military because of the jab. And what did our government do after doing that? They came back around to them and went to the pilots that quit and the special forces that quit and all the other ones that quit, and they said, hey, we'd like you to come back. Mostly officers, because if you're enlisted, you can't bounce out like that. Mostly the officers. And the officers went, no, bite me where the sun doesn't shine. I'm not coming back. And so you not only do you have recruitment shortfalls, but you have retention shortfalls because of the jabs and people saying, I want a religious exemption, and then being told no, and they said, I'm just going to retire early. I don't trust the government. I don't trust this stuff. And thank goodness they didn't, because there's a lot of people having issues. They say the demographic data traces the military.
All right, so see what the point is. You can check this out more on your own. Point is made.
TikTok.
Army
This is
strong.
probably being shared on TikTok as a recruitment
2024.
video. China sees that. It's their app. Of course they see it. They know what's going on. They look at the leadership of our government. They know about our finances and us being 35 trillion in the hole. China has its own issues, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but I am saying that with the Middle East and, China just met up with Italy. China's talking to other nations about joining BRICS and leaving the United States behind. If it really comes push to, United States screwed over China with the sanctions. Russia. The United States screwed over Russia with the sanctions by basically stealing their money. And China's going around to all these other countries and said, you guys Russia invested their money in US dollars. They invested with the United States. They agreed to the petrodollar. And the United States stole Russia's money. They didn't just put it in a hold, they took it. And they may not give it back because now they're talking about taking that money and giving it to Ukraine. Hey, Italy. Hey, Saudi Arabia. Hey, Japan. Hey, Australia. Do you want the U.S. to do that to you? Because if they'll do it to Russia, who was formerly a friend,
So that's pretty much it. Hey, look up to it if you want. I'm just, of course, giving out the information. Shalom to the elect.